Welcome to the Bungle Jungle, where we can't even stand watching the sport we talk about. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Bungle Jungle, formerly known as the Coldiron Gridiron podcast. Until the Bengals are over 500, we will be the Bungle Jungle, because that's truly how we feel. I'm your host, Zach Coldiron, joined by my best friend and my brother, Sean.
Howdy, howdy.
And, well, we're just going to get right into it. We got to keep this episode a little short this week. We're all tight on time, and we just want to make sure we talk about some things. There's a lot of big news in football this week, but the first thing we wanted to talk about is the Bengals. And the Bengals have something big coming up this week. One of the biggest games that they're probably going to play this year, and that is the first division game against the Baltimore Ravens. I think one of my biggest takeaways is that it's a must-win game. What do you think?
No, totally agree, 100%. Starting off the season 0-3 is a tough situation to be in just in general. A lot of teams statistically, don't make the playoffs. I know last week, everyone expected the Bengals to beat the Panthers, but coming up, this is a divisional opponent. This is going to set the tone, for the rest of the year, honestly. And I really, really want the Bengals to win this game because I do not want to hear anything from that Raven flock.
No, you don't. And what I'm most terrified of in this game, and you can probably join me in on this opinion, it's the combo, man. The most lethal combo of running back and quarterback in the league right now. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's Lamar Jackson and the King.
Yep. And how beat up our D-line is and how abysmal the rushing defense is on top of that. I think it's just going to be a complete disaster. This isn't going to be my selection for the week. I do have that here coming up at the end of the podcast, but I would feel very safe, taking the over in this game. I'm not sure what the line is currently set at, but, the way Joe Burrow's playing, the way their defense is, and the Ravens have a powerhouse offense. They're going to put up points on both sides of the ball. So, definitely expect a high scoring, arm fest here this coming Sunday.
Yeah, I totally think it's going to be an offensive powerhouse game. And you were bringing up the Bengals defense, the D-line being a little hurt. NBC Sports did confirm earlier today Trey Hendrickson and Myles Murphy are set to play Sunday against the Ravens. So we're getting some good news, at least from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah.
We've got Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, Myles Murphy, and probably Chris Jenkins leading the front four. That's something that brings me a little bit of confidence, but the way the defense has performed against the run game this year has just been lackluster.
Yeah.
But then again, we've been fucking banged up, dude.
Yeah. No, and coming back to the Trey Hendrickson part, I mean, that was, big news coming out of NBC. He's been a key playmaker this entire season, putting up more than half the team sacks. I believe he's still top 10 in the NFL currently in tackles, along with Jermaine Pratt. So big production on that, side of the ball. Sam Hubbard, man, he's been really, disappointing this year. Has not been showing up at all. Not a single sack. Couple tackles here and there, but he isn't living up to those expectations. And coming from the year before and the year prior, this team really needs to find a way to work together, step it up, and stop offenses. I mean, we had a rookie quarterback throw over 250 yards last week. Andy Dalton. I mean, he looked great. There was a potential there for the Panthers to beat the Bengals. So if the Bengals can't find that rhythm on the defense side of things, I could see them being a successful team again. Right now, I would say they're subpar, mediocre even, and it's we're in for a long ride here, man.
Yeah, this season's gonna be rough. It's just gonna be so rough especially if we lose this game, because then we start 1-4, dude.
Yep.
We cannot start 1-4 because then very slowly and very surely our playoff chances are going to fucking tank. And, I was watching some of the press conferences, for the games this week. Joe Burrow seemed fucking intense, dude.
Yeah, and we need that.
I 100% agree. We do need that. And I don't know if he's changing his leadership style, but he's usually not the type of guy to give those like pregame rah-rah fucking rants. But that's something he did last week. I don't know
No,
if you knew
and I
that.
like seeing that from a guy like him. He keeps his composure a lot. On the field. He has a great name on his head, or he keeps. Jesus, can't even talk. He has a good keeps his chin up. Let's just say that. No matter how terrible of a situation the Bengals are in, he's always optimistic. So we really need that leadership to continue into this week. Ravens, as we know, have a terrible defense as well. They always give up big pass plays. He's a deep threat quarterback. Jamar's down there somewhere. T. Higgins is going to start getting some more reps in, coming back from that hamstring injury. I know we had him this week, and I think the game against the Chiefs we also had him, but they limited him. So hopefully with this third game, him being back, they're going to use him a lot more. And personally, for me, I would like to see a lot more from Jermaine Burton. He had that one big play against the Chiefs, and it's honestly been cricket since then. But this Sunday is going to be a very, very exciting game. And this can definitely get us back in the division race if we win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to be in the division race. This is why this is the must-win game for the Bengals. And I agree with you on your take on Jermaine Burton. They're not utilizing this man. And he has one of the biggest plays and one of the biggest games the Bengals are going to have this season. And you're barely giving him any looks. I mean, I've barely seen 81 out on the field. And this is nothing against Yoshivas, man. I fucking love Yoshivas. He's probably one of my favorite young studs on the team. But I feel like you should be alternating between the two, trying to build up these young receivers. And here's why. Let's be realistic as Bengals fans here. We love T. Higgins. I'd give my firstborn fucking child for T. Higgins to sign a 4-year extension with the Bengals. But we both know that's not happening. T is gone next year.
Yeah.
We need to develop these young guys.
They do. Yeah. No, I agree. And I think they're behind a great, leadership, Jamar Chase, I don't know if he really shows, any type of leadership. He, has a little bit of a temper as we saw a couple weeks ago, but I do like T. Higgins. He keeps to himself, it seems. And I'm really excited. And I want to go back to, the Jermaine Burton part. We need to start producing him. I know you and I have complained over the last couple weeks about Chase Brown, bring in Chase Brown, bring in Chase Brown, bring in Chase Brown. Look what they did last week. They brought in Chase Brown. He led the team in rushing yards, and we produced, man. We looked great. He's explosive. He's powerful. He's strong. He can get it done. I don't think Zach Moss is that guy, pal. Sorry, but he'd be a great power back, red zone, threat. As we saw last week, he scored a touchdown in the red zone. That's what we need. Chase Brown can get us down the field. Zach Moss can secure us in the end zone and guarantee us a score. Yep. I don't know if I need to be offensive coordinator or not, but Zach Taylor needs to listen to this podcast and take some fucking notes.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That's crazy that you brought that up because that's been on my mind the entire time. You see, Zach Moss is a strong, strong man, and I'm not trying to deny his talent or anything like that. But that man, he can get yards after getting touched for the first time. He'll get at least 3 or 4 extra yards out of him just because of his pure leg strength. However, Chase Brown, you're right, is explosive. This dude takes one step, and he's already like a fucking freight train, full speed ahead. He will get us 10 yards on a carry if we fucking need it. I think that Zach Moss is that goal line back, and I think that Chase Brown should be a running back number 1. And I think that, you're right, starts with Zach Taylor. He's an offensive-minded coach who can't get it fucking done from an offensive standpoint because he's not making the right offensive decisions. And this is why the Bengals didn't win the fucking Super Bowl against the fucking Rams, bro. And this is why Zach Taylor should be on the hot seat. And that's something we're going to talk about next week. We're going to have our boy Hunter on next week to talk about why Zach Taylor should be on the hot seat and who should replace him if he is fired. But this is a must-win game, man. And if we don't win, next week's going to be rough.
Absolutely. No, not even, next week. It's the weeks after because, you got to think ahead. I know after this game against the Ravens, we have the Giants.
Yep.
And then after the Giants, guess who we got?
Doo-doo Browns.
The Browns and the Steelers, I'm pretty sure, after, Cleveland. So this month is going to be very tough. Bengals tend to struggle in the month of September. We're transitioning now into October. And this is where the Bengals, historically, within the last couple of years, find their rhythm. And I don't know, man. As a Bengal fan right now, I'm, very worried. I know 2 weeks ago I said, oh, it's early. We don't need to press the panic button yet. This week, I hate to say it, we need to press the panic button.
Spam the panic button. Spam it. Spam it. Because fuck, I'm panicking over here, man. All right. Well, let's move on to our next topic, man. Something big that we both saw was a certain wide receiver hitting the trade market. The Raiders announced Davante Adams is willing to be traded, and the Raiders are open to trading him. What do you think?
And no, I think, that's kind of what we expected, honestly. Especially when you got to have, a guy like Gardner Minshew as your quarterback. I'm not saying he's terrible by any means, but obviously the Raiders aren't considered one of the powerhouse teams. Davante is obviously a powerhouse guy. He wants to make an impact in the league. And I don't know if you saw that tweet earlier today, but he wants to go to Baltimore. And honestly, if, coming back to the previous conversation, if Davante, did get traded to Baltimore this week, Bengals are cooked. Absolutely. Put the fries in the bag, put the season away, get rid of Zach Taylor. Yeah, we're done if that's the case. But I personally don't think he's going to Baltimore. What are your thoughts on that? Where do you think he's headed?
Okay, so even if he got traded like right now, let's say ESPN blows up Davante Adams to the Ravens, he's not playing on Sunday. There's no way he's playing on Sunday. He won't learn that fucking playbook fast enough. At least in my opinion. Maybe he'd play and they'd just throw him out there.
He can find a way to get open. Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. That's all I'm going to say. Great route runner. I think he is still, as old as he is, the best route runner in the league.
Oh, 100%. 100% the best route runner in the league. I will not even deny that shit. But I think there's two landing spots where he goes. One of them is with a quarterback he's played before. Jets. I'm a big Jets fan. I'm not going to lie. Like, if I didn't like the Bengals in the AFC, bro, I would be a Jets fan. I fucking love the Jets. They have so much rich history there, man. And I would love to see Davante and Aaron Rodgers reunited, man. Like, that was a combination to watch when we were a little younger, man. And I think that's one of his preferred landing spots as well. Another spot, I think he could potentially end up, and this might be a hot take because they just signed somebody big to an extension, the Cowboys. I've seen some rumors that the Davante is interested in going to the Cowboys as well. Now, he probably would be wide receiver number 2, but I think if you get Dak, another weapon, you maybe pick up the rest of his contract with the Raiders. Man, I think the Cowboys would become contenders, like Super Bowl contenders.
Even though their defense is still, struggling, to find a rhythm, I could definitely see him definitely going. I don't know about New York. I'm not going to say that, but out of those two, I would definitely lean more towards, him heading to Dallas. Obviously, they also have a rich history. I think they even have a more richer history than New York. They were a dynasty back in, the 90s with Emmitt Smith and whoever their quarterback was, because all he would do was just, pass the ball or hand the ball over to their running back. But I would love to see, him, put on a star on the helmet. That would be fantastic. But personally for me, I don't think he's going to any of those two teams. One area I could see him in is New Orleans. I did, mistake me if I'm wrong, but was Davante on the Raiders the same time as when Derek Carr was at quarterback?
I'm not sure. I think they played for a year with one another. It was something like that. They have played together before, I will tell you that.
Maybe he could get reunited. I don't know if we're going to get fact-checked here or not. I usually have my laptop with me. Came a little unprepared, feeling under the weather today. Got a little bit of a cold. Apologize for my voice. But if that's the case, I could see him honestly getting reunited, down in New Orleans. They could honestly need the help. They started the season off strong. The last 2 games, they've been, I don't know. They need to find that, consistency again. I mean, they went those first 2 weeks, scoring over 40 points offensively, which was fantastic. And then last week they fell to Atlanta. That was a tough divisional loss, and as we saw last night, Atlanta won, another divisional game against the Bucks. That's going to set a huge tone in the
Holy
in
shit.
the NFC South.
I can't get over that, Sean. 509
500
yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception from Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk O'Chains.
That's
Kirk
Cracker
O'Chains,
of the
bro.
Week. This segment is brought to you by CT ESPN. We're not actually sponsored, but we love you, Antonio Brown.
Shout out AB 84.
Cracker of the Week is Kirk O'Chains. That dude absolutely slung the ball. I love the Bucks, don't get me wrong, but man, that Bucks defense needs some work.
Yeah, no shit. I was so pissed too. I'm sure I had a 3-leg parlay, Younghoe over 1.5 field goals. That hit. Drake London anytime touchdown. That hit. Bucky Irving, he's been looking great the last couple weeks. 44.5 rushing yards. I hit the over. I thought he was going to go, hit 45, 46 yards. No, he hit 44 on the fucking dot. Yeah. Once it was, overtime, coin flip happened. Falcons won the coin toss. I was like, yep, I'm cooked. I turned that shit off. Shut that shit down, went to bed. Good night. I was so pissed.
I don't blame you, man. That was a rough one for the Bucks. I think they'll turn it around next week. Who do they play next week? Take a look. Who they play? The Saints, another divisional matchup. Oh, by the way, special episode, perhaps, ? Coming soon, week 7. We're going to confirm another guest we're going to have on the podcast. We're going to have our buddy representing the shit pound, the dog pound, the Cleveland Browns, our buddy Parker. We will also be the week after covering the Baltimore Ravens Bucks game. I just bought us our tickets today. Monday Night Football, baby. But yeah,
hey, fuck them Ratbirds.
Fuck the Ratbirds. And we're going to eat those words come Sunday, because let's get into our predictions, and let's start with the Bengals game.
Now, buddy, hit the e-brake there. Go back. Let's press rewind back to our special guest on the Browns game. The Browns. I think Devontae could end up in Cleveland.
No.
They obviously need help.
Are they going to trade Amari Cooper then?
I don't see them doing that, honestly. I could maybe see them getting rid. They don't even have any first-round picks to get rid of. So,
and their cap space is fucked right now. That's the thing.
Who knows? They just signed Kadarius Toney. He can't catch a fucking ball for shit. I think Stevie Wonder could get open and fucking put his hands up and catch something better than him. But I did see that in the conversation that is also a potential landing spot for Devontae Adams. But this was just something I expected. I see him moving on from Oakland. Oakland, Las Vegas. But yeah, I don't even know why he went there in the first place, to be honest with you.
Dumb decision.
But
dumb team.
Let's hit the accelerator. Like you said, let's get into our predictions for the week. I know last night, or obviously we typically record Wednesdays. We had some plans going on, so we weren't able to put in our predictions for the Bucks Falcons game. Unfortunately, I had, as a hometown supporter, had the Bucks winning.
Me
was hoping
too.
for that to happen, but the outcome was not in our favor. Last week, I again don't have my information in front of me. I think I had 9 wins last week. I think we're still 5 picks behind each other. I'm still 5 picks behind you, so obviously you still have the lead. But let's get into this week.
Before we start, question. I went 7-9 last week. I had a terrible fucking week.
Oh my god.
How many points do you have right now? Let's do the points first so everyone knows the standings. I have 35 total points.
I think I have 30. I'm not 100% sure. Last week was my best week, though. I think so far. Again, I don't have my laptop in front of me at this time. Came a little bit unprepared, so apologies, guys. Next week I will be sure to be on top of things. but I am 100% sure that I did go 9-7 last week.
Oh, that's good. You might be the gap is narrowing, man, and this is where the run's going to matter the most.
Yeah,
But
me beating you by 2 games this past week was big for a little competition here.
yeah. So let's knock out. What do you want to do first? AFC interconference or NFC games first?
I'd say let's knock out NFC. Obviously, we already saw a divisional matchup last night. I say we run through those games, hit up AFC, and then let's do our interconference matchups for the week, which are going to be very interesting.
All right, so Panthers Bears. I'm taking the Panthers this week. That offense has been electric the last 2 weeks. Honestly, I think the Bears have a good defense, but I do not believe in Caleb Williams. I don't know what the Panthers thing is. Pound whatever. Pound the pussy.
Pound pussy, bro. No, I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Panthers. I don't know if Caleb Williams was a great selection for the Bears. Still early. We still obviously by the end of the year should put that conclusion together. Is Caleb Williams that guy? Should they maybe have drafted Jaden Daniels? Not saying Jaden Daniels is that guy right now, but so far it's looking like to be the case. But you're right. That offense can't get it done. Give me the Panthers.
Yep. So next game we got is Cardinals versus the Niners. And to me, this is a no-brainer, man. I think the Cardinals have been a little disappointing, and the release of Call of Duty's coming up. And who says Kyler Murray didn't get an early copy? Give me the 49ers.
Oh shit. Okay. This is gonna be my upset pick of the week. I think Arizona is gonna travel to Levi Stadium and upset the San Francisco 49ers. I do like their defense. I know the San Francisco 49ers are an elite team. Obviously, they've gone to consecutive NFC championships. But I just personally think the Cardinals are going to get it done this week in San Francisco.
Ooh, I like your hot take of the week, man. I think it could go that way. I believe, if I remember correctly, they're division rivals, right?
Yeah, and if Kyler Murray isn't grinding on Call of Duty, motherfucker's grinding on football. So, well, pause. No, did he? Where's the lube? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, give me the Cardinals.
All right, Giants, Seahawks. I might not believe in Geno Smith, but he's on pace to have a 5,000 yard passing yard year.
What?
He actually is, bro.
I know he had almost 500 yards last week, but I did not know that.
Look up the stats, bro. He's on pace. I do think he's a pretender surrounded by great wide receiver talent, but I do think the Seahawks are going to secure this fucking victory, bro. I mean, they look good, and they're being consistent.
It's so hard to beat them at home.
It's
so hard to beat them at home.
Gets loud there,
I think one thing that's really holding him back right now is the running game. Kenneth Walker, getting hurt. Zach Charbonnet, producing a little bit here and there, but that defense really isn't playing up to what we were expecting. But then again, I'm going to go ahead and pick Seattle to win this week. It's tough to beat them at home, and I think they're going to pull it off.
All right, so the next and final NFC game we got the Pack versus the Rams, and I think this one's a fucking no-brainer. This is definitely going to the Packers. Jordan Love had a iffy start to his game last week, throwing 3 interceptions, but came back and got over 300 passing yards, I believe, and 4 passing touchdowns. What a dog.
No, he did look fantastic. That it was a shaky, first half for him. Don't know what the hell was going on. I personally think, he was not ready to come back yet. He's definitely still feeling that knee injury, but the Rams are off to a tough start. They're missing Cooper Kupp, missing a lot of key guys, but I think something tells me, my gut, that the Rams are going to pull this off at home against the Packers. So give me the Rams.
Okay, buddy. We'll see about that one. All right.
I'm coming for your ass. I'm coming.
Pause, buddy. Pause. All right. Anyways, AFC matchups. Brother, this is game of the week.
Yeah, I like this matchup. Buffalo and Houston? Buffalo. Let's talk about Buffalo. How good have they looked this year without any, receivers? However, they're without Khalil Shakir. this weekend. That's going to be a tough loss for him. That's a big key player on offense. So expect James Cook to cook things up in the backfield. But what a matchup we got.
Yeah, I got the Bills on this one, and that's nothing against, the Texans' defense is amazing. C.J. Stroud is a fantastic quarterback with great weapons around him. But, man, Josh Allen, even though, if I remember, let me go back, because I need to reference everything. They did lose to the Ravens last week, but I think that he's going to take that shit personal, and he's going to pop the fuck off. And I think I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not saying this is, they're getting their ass whooped. I think it's going to be a 3-point game, bro. I legitimately think it is. I think the Bills will pull this one out their ass.
Yeah, I could see that happening. However, I'm going to, say otherwise. Obviously, they're without Khalil Shakir. I think they're without a couple key players on offense. They're without 3 starters from what I saw earlier today. The way Houston's been playing this year, especially at home, I like him a lot. Give me Houston for this week.
That's valid. All right. Here's my piss break game of the week. Colts, Jags. Give me the Colts. The Jags look like shit. Trevor Lawrence is overrated. That's all I got to say.
Sorry. Yeah, give me the Colts. Give me the fucking Colts.
Easy. We don't even need to talk about that one. All right, we're going to skip this next one because we're going to save that one for the last one that we do in the AFC.
I don't want to talk about it.
Finns, Patriots. Division matchup here. I think the Finns they did not look good this week, man. I can't buy into this. I can buy into that Patriots defense, though. I think the Patriots are about to get their next win. They haven't had the best season. They've lost only by a couple scores in each game. Like, let me see. Like last week, they lost 30-13, but that's against an elite team, and I think they lost by 3 in overtime the week before. I think that they're going to get their get-backs against a division rival.
Yeah, Tua obviously is a key player for that Miami offense. Give me the Patriots. Not much to say about this one either.
All right, so Raiders, Broncos. This is Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Give me the fucking Broncos. I know that Bo Nix had a rough week, but this Broncos defense is something scary, man. They're terrifying. If I were to be playing the Broncos, I'd be shitting my pants. And Gardner Minshew is not him. Devontae Adams is out. Give me the Broncos.
Is Devontae out? Is he dealing with an injury?
Yes, correct. His hamstring. They confirmed him to be out today.
Bro threw too much ass. Goddamn. I did not know. I did not know he was out. Yeah, give me the Broncos. Give me Denver.
Give him Denver. All right.
Really?
The last game in the AFC, come on, we already know. This is the fucking Bungle Jungle / Coldiron Gridiron podcast. It's the Bengals Ravens.
Biased as fuck. Who they
think gonna beat them Bengals? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? The Ravens.
Oh, what?
The Ravens are gonna win.
Bro, put the crack pipe down, bro. Ride with the boys, dog.
I'm locking in the Ravens, bro. I literally am. I've got them locked in.
Give me the Bengals. You are not a believer, bro. Believe.
This isn't my lock of the week, but I have them locked in.
Okay. Give me the Bengals. You motherfucker.
All right. I'm not confident at all in that defense, but we'll see. All right. Interconference, Jets, Vikings. Give me the Vikings. Sam Darnold?
Hold on.
Huh? Ooh.
Do you hear that? This is my lock of the week as well. Give me Minnesota, motherfucker. They look fantastic. I mean, do they not? You can't tell me the Jets O-line, terrible. Vikings defense, I think top 3 in the league. Yeah, what the fuck are they going to do?
Well, shit. So we're both locking in the Vikings. Now, this isn't my lock of the week. The next game, though, is my lock of the week. Them doo-doo Browns play the Commanders, and Jaden Daniels is a fucking stud. The lock of the week for Zach is going to the Washington Commanders.
What's that smell? Oh, I think those dogs pissed and shitting themselves. Bitch, they ain't even dogs. They're fucking puppies.
The only Super Bowl they're going to is in the fucking toilet. Fuck the Browns.
Give me the Redskins, baby.
Oh shit. All right, we got 2 games left to cover, and then we'll do any closing remarks we got. This one would have also maybe been a lock of the week for me, but I don't know. The Steelers look okay. Steelers, Cowboys. The Cowboys are off an extended bye week, and I think that they overall have the better talent. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree. Good choice. I personally think the Steelers. I saw a couple flaws in there on their team last week, and um, they just didn't look good. I'm gonna also say the Cowboys.
All right. All right. Last game. Last game. Saints and the Chiefs. Chiefs.
Monday Night Football.
This is a good game, man. Alvin Kamara, Derek Carr, Chris Olave versus a pretty banged up Chiefs team. Brother,
Yeah,
did I mention my upset pick of the week yet?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't think I did. Because give me the motherfucking New Orleans Saints, who are going to take down the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Who dat, motherfucker?
So you're saying the Vikings are going to be the only team left standing undefeated?
Correct. Actually, no. I have the Seahawks winning, so they would still be undefeated, right? Or did they lose a game?
Oh, they lost, dog. Get with the time. Come on now.
Oh, guys, I'm clearly Internet Explorer here.
Now, I do like this game. Great matchup that we're going to see. New Orleans powerhouse offense, banged up Chiefs defense. You know what? Derek Carr historically plays pretty well on the Monday Night Football. Give me the Saints.
Yeah.
Give me the Saints. I don't think the Chiefs are going to get it done this week. Patrick Mahomes still needs to find, where the fuck he's at. Obviously, he doesn't have any receivers to throw to. Xavier Worthy's got speed. Rashee Rice, likes to hit cars and run. He's also good at running. But, yeah, give me the Saints. Fuck the Chiefs, man. We're biased here. I'm biased today. Fuck today.
Yeah, honestly, fuck today. But those are our little competition, our little picks that we got going on. Other than that, besides having Hunter Gross as a guest next week, Parker Gross is a guest on the week after that, and some big Bucks Ravens coverage in 3 weeks. We are stacked with a lot of stuff coming to the Bungle Jungle, aka the Coldiron Gridiron podcast. That's all for this evening. I am your host, Zach Coldiron. And Sean, do you have any closing statements for our beautiful audience?
I do. It is time for Sean's selections for this week.
Give me the money.
We have been missing, and I mean missing hard. I feel like, God. Who the fuck? I feel like Josh Allen overthrowing. We're missing. This week is a guaranteed lock. I promise you. This is financial advice. I'm fucked. Prize Picks. Shout out Prize Picks. Deposit $5, get $50 in promos. I have selected my 2-pick pay. Josh Allen over 199.5 passing yards against the Houston Texans. Braylon Allen, New York Jets, over 9.5 receiving yards. Jesus, can't even talk. Aaron Rodgers likes to throw his little dump screen plays. I do like Braylon Allen a lot. He's getting a little bit more production. So I think this is a good bet and a safe bet. Again, like I said, this is financial advice.
Giving them money.
Give me your money. Give me all your run me your pockets. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in this week. We really do appreciate it. I appreciate you listening to my annoying voice. Again, I apologize. I'm very sick. And I didn't come prepared. I did not have my laptop here in front of me. I am excited for the weeks to come. We're either going to be miserable as fuck, bungle jungle motherfuckers, or we're back in the Coldiron Gridiron. We shall see. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't know if you have any other, remarks, Zach, but shout out to you, man. You've got a, good head on your shoulders. I love you, brother. I look forward to doing this with you, every fucking week, man.
Yeah, man, I love you. Thank you for, being my favorite co-host on this podcast. Even though you're the only one. No one could be better than you. Not a single soul. Love you, brother. Love the
Love you
audience
too.
too. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys follow us on our social media. You can follow Sean at spcold69, our favorite number.
Yeah.
On X. You can follow me on Instagram at ColdForgeSteel, or you can follow the podcast. And it's mostly me who runs the page. Occasionally, I take jokes that Sean says, and I funnel them through the page. But you can follow us on X at ColdGridPod. Listen to us on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Pornhub maybe in the future.
Oh, yeah, we're getting the DLC package.
Yeah, man, that's for the DLC package. It's $5.99 a month. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, do whatever the fuck, and we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.
Later.